fade away. I only got one thing to say. I love to turn you on. I love to turn you on. I love to turn you on. Come over here so I can give you some love. I love to turn you on. I wanted you for all so long, but now that you're gone, you know, I wish that I could turn you on. This place, 1, 2, 1, 2, let's do it together now. It's such a mystery, the things that you do to me. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. Sometimes I feel so free, but then when you're with me, the pressure makes me feel like I'm gonna die. You drive me crazy and don't give me time to think, and then you say that you're running away. So by yourself be true, and as for me and you, I just got one thing to say. I love to turn you on. You know I turn you on. I love to turn you on. With a kiss from my lips, I turn your body on. I love to turn you on. To the rhythm, I wanted you for all so long, but now that you're gone, I wish that I could turn you on. Y yo te beso, como te gusta. I wanna kiss ya, just like you like it. Y yo te amo, como te gusta. I give you love, girl, just like you like it. Well, in a minute, I'll be in it if you let me. And if you wanna try to find me, come and get me. I take you deeper and deeper, you get it weaker, and we gotta make sure that you never forget me. I love to turn you on. I love to turn you on. I love to turn you on. I wanted you for all so long, but now that you're gone, I wish that I could turn you on. Zunga, zunga, zang. Zunga, zunga, zang. Move, move. Come on, come on. Hey, ladies, let your body flow. Move, move. Come on, come on. Hey, hey, I sing. I wanted you for all so long, but now that you're gone, I wish that I could turn you on. Looks like a road that you travel on. There's one day here, the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside the darkened door, where blues won't haunt you anymore. When the brave are free and love is sore, come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate, break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today. Life is a highway, I won't ride it all night long. If you're going my way, I won't drive it all night long. Through all these cities and all these towns, it's in my blood and it's all around. I loved you now like I loved you then. This is the road and these are the hills. For more than till you hear save your life. You need them, your boat is at sea. Your anchor is out, you've been swept away. And the greatest of teachers won't hesitate to leave you there by yourself, telling you, I alone love you, I alone tell you, I alone love you, there is nothing else. I alone love you, I alone tell you, I alone love you. It's easy enough to be great. Measure these things by your eyes. We long to be here by his resolve. Alone in the church by and by. To cradle the baby who sleeps. Leave you there by yourself, saying I alone love you, I alone tell you, I alone love you, there is nothing else. I alone love you, I alone tell you, I alone love you, let me run with you tonight. I'll take you home. I'm gonna ride around. There's someone I used to see, but she don't give a damn for me. But let me get to the point. Let's roll another joint and turn the radio loud. I'm too alone to be proud, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. People come, people go. Some grow young, some grow cold. I woke up in between a memory and a dream. to the point, let's roll another joint. Let's head on down the road to somewhere. I gotta go, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Herald what your mother said, read the books your father read, trying to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. My, oh my, You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Don't ask no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can stand the pace. The world keeps on spinning, can't stop it if you try to. Best part is danger staring you in the face. Remember, listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be
today. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with our eyes. We're seeing things in a different way, and God knows it ain't his. It sure ain't no surprise. We're living on the edge. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. Something wrong with the world today. The light bulb's getting
people say.
Live in effect, and I don't waste time on the mic with a dope rhyme. Jump to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, jump. And I'm here to combine beats and lyrics to make you shake your pants, take a chance. Come on and dance, guys. Grab a girl, don't wait, make a twirl. It's your world, and I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut to move your butt to the dance floor. So yo, what's up? Hands in the air. Come on, say yeah. Everybody over here, everybody over there. The crowd is live, and I'm through this fool. Party people in the house, move. Now hit the dance floor, it's gonna make you sweat till you bleed. Is that dope enough? Indeed, I paid the price to control the dice. I'm more precise, to the point I'm nice. The music takes control, your heart and soul unfold. Your body is free and behold. Dance so you can't dance, so you can't dance no more. Get on the floor and get raw. Yeah, come back then upside down, easy now. Let me see you move. Move.
Yo, come on, move this. That body. Shake that body. Shake that body. Shake that body. People, don't you know it's about time? Can you hear the jam is pumping while you taste a piece of mine? Many different flavors and the spice is strong. To the hot stuff, let me pour a little song. Baby, let me show you how to do this. You gotta move this. You're doing fine. There's nothing to it. You gotta groove it. Come on and move this.
roll it fast. Drum on bass beat, rhythm blast. Pump it, pump it, pump it up. Nothing can make this one stop. Toes be tapping, fingers snapping, hands slapping, my mouth rapping. Talking about I'm cold laughing. Shut up and do the walk. Use what you got, show me. You're on the floor, so let me see. Don't say nothing unless I saw. And remember, I like it raw. You gotta move this. You gotta move this. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta move this. Shake that body for me.
I like this. I like this. I like this.
I was young and didn't have nowhere to run. I needed to wake up and see in front of me. Now, there has to be a better way. They gotta get a better way to show I'm grateful. So I thought of the song to show my appreciation for loving me so long. You don't know how much you mean to me. 'Cause even though times got rough, you never turned away. You were right there. And I thank you. When I felt I had enough, you never turned away. You were right there. And I thank you. All through my life, I knew there could be more world. Knowing everywhere I go, things you told me they would show.
So many times and changes you see me through. I'll show nothing is alright without you.
And so I thought of this song to show my appreciation for loving me so long. You don't know how much you mean to me. 'Cause even though times got rough, you never turned away. You were right there. And I thank you. And I thank you. When I felt way enough, you never turned away. You were right there. And you can do jack swing on my nuts. And if the shoe fits, I want you to wear it good. And you can do jack swing on my nuts. Oh, yeah. Talking about them times when I was by myself, I would always depend on somebody else. But as time went on, I had to talk with my mind. Friends like you and you, I gotta leave behind. And I'm saying, oh, me if you want your only one, but then I'll never see you if I have no you. I'll never see them again. I'll never pay you my own bills, and I'll never, ever depend on you. And you can do jack swing on my nuts. Friends and enemies around me every day. I can't believe half the things they say. Taking me for granted, giving no credit at all. I'll just keep bouncing like a bouncing ball. Everybody seems to disappear on me. Can't trust no one as far as I can see. If I could be that fly that's on the wall, listening to my friends talk about it all. Call me if you want your only one, but then I'll never see you if I have no you. I'll never see them again. I'll never pay you my own bills, and I'll never, ever depend on you. Sons of soul, y'all. And I don't mean to step on nobody's foot, but when I need somebody, there's nobody to call. When they need me, my phone rings off the wall. But these are my friends, and that's what I say. Constantly taking from me every day. You say, call me if you want your only one, but then I'll never see you if I have no you. I'll never see them again. Sons of soul, y'all. I don't mean to step on nobody's foot, but call me if you want your only one, but then I'll never see you if I have no you. I'll never see them starting to believe what it feels like. Call me if you want your only one, but then I'll never see you if I have no you. I'm just glad I know that when I pay my own bills, and I'll never ever depend on you.
nobody's way, 'cause it's all about the dog in me. I want a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. Wellness lovers that can satisfy me, just for me. If you are that kind of man, 'cause I'm that kind of girl. I got a freaky secret everybody's saying, 'cause we don't give a damn about a thing. I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can walk through the night till the early morn. Come on and I will take you around the hood on a gangster lean. 'Cause we can any time of day, it's all good for me. Boy, you're moving kind of slow. You gotta keep it up now, there you go. That's just one thing that a man must do. I'm packing all the flavor you need. I got you shook up on your knees, 'cause it's all about the dog in me. I want a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. I can satisfy me, just for me. If you are that kind of man, 'cause I'm that kind of girl. I got a freaky secret everybody's saying, 'cause we don't give a damn about a thing. I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can walk through the night till the early morn. Come on and I will take you around the hood on a gangster lean. 'Cause we can any time of day, it's all good for me. It's all good. 'Cause I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can walk through the night till the early morn. Come on and I will take you around the hood on a gangster lean. 'Cause we can any time of day, it's all good for me. I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can walk through the night till the early morn. Come on and I will take you around the hood on a gangster lean. 'Cause we can any time of day, it's all good for me. 'Cause I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can walk through the night till the early morn. Come on and I will take you around the hood on a gangster lean. 'Cause baby, any time of day, it's all good for me. I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can walk through the night.
Oh, once upon a midnight dear, you woke with something in my head. I couldn't escape the memory of the phone call and of what you said. Like a game show contestant with a parting gift, I could not believe my eyes when I saw through the buds of a trusted friend who needs to humor me and tell me lies. Yeah, humor me and tell me lies. And I'll lie to and say I don't mind. And as we see, so shall we find. And when it's getting over, I'll still be here. But now without a certain degree of fear, well, what will be you and me? I still can't see things won't believe but why do you wanna give me a run around? Yeah, they're surefire ways to do things up when all it does is slow me down. Shake me in my confidence about a great many things, but I've been there, I can nation waiting in the wings of a bad play where the heroes are right. Nobody thinks or expects too much. Hollywood's calling for the movie rights, singing, baby, let's keep in touch. Hey, baby, let's keep in touch. But I want more than a touch. I want you to reach me and show me all the things no one else can see. So watch out there, because mine as well. And soon it will lucky we'll be unable to tell what's yours and mine. The fishing's fine and it's nothing at your run. So don't you be realized, but yeah. Why you wanna give me a run around? Yeah, that's your fire way to speed things up. When all it does is slow me down. Perhaps I've grown a little cynical, but I know no matter what the waitress brings, I should drink it and always be full. Yeah, I will drink it and always be full. I like coffee and I like tea, but to be able to enter a final free, I still got this dream that you just can't shake. I love you to the point you can no longer take. Well, right, okay, so be that way. I hope and pray that there's something left to say, but yeah. Why you wanna give me a run around? Yeah, this sure fire way to speed things up. When
UTC beaten up, banged up, but not giving up. The Mocs have let victory slip from their hands in recent weeks, and today they want to end the season heading in the right direction. VMI is much like Chattanooga, and add to the mix the Keydets lunge for an end-of-the-year thumping they took in Tennessee in 1991. UTC and VMI set to knock heads in the Southern Conference. All the action is next. Everybody, and welcome to Alumni Memorial Field in Lexington, Virginia. I'm John Fricke along with Sonny Randall for today's game between UTC and VMI. And Coach, there are a lot of people out there who are wondering what's on the line in a game like this today.
Well, John, I tell you, there are two things on the line: pride and a lot shorter off season. And I promise that's most important to both teams.
What are some of the keys to today's game?
Well, John, for the Mocs, they don't want VMI to control the football game. They know if they control it, then they've got the upper hand. The Mocs want to throw the football. They feel like they can move in a hurry. They feel like they can hurt VMI defensively if they put it in the air. Kicking game's extremely important to them. Field position is something I think that's key here this afternoon. For VMI, they want to run the ball and run it with consistency. If they do that, they know they control things. They cannot give up the big play. The Mocs want to move it in a hurry. That means big play. They don't want to see too many of those here this afternoon. They feel like they've got to pressure Kenyon Earl, the UTC quarterback, in order to get the upper hand defensively.
Well, certainly both of these teams have been beset by injuries this year and player losses. So that being said, Coach, who are some of the key players that we should keep an eye on today?
Well, certainly there's going to be some outstanding youngsters that will perform here this afternoon. For the Mocs, Kenyon Earl, he's been the big guy all year long, the trigger guy. If it's going to happen for the Mocs, he's the guy that's got to make it happen. Defensively, David Masterson. Boy, he's been the big play guy on defense. He's going to be the big play guy here this afternoon, find the football, and most of the time you'll find Masterson. For VMI, Tony Scales, Mr. Offense. He does it all. He moves it. He runs a wishbone as well as most quarterbacks in the country. An exceptional player. Defensively, Camillus Musselman, just an outstanding football player defensively. They're going to make big plays defensively. Musselman's got to be the guy that's going to get it done for him.
Of course, you can notice the way we're dressed. It's raining across much of the southeast. Raining here in Lexington today, and the weather, in fact, will be a factor in this game, and we'll have that and more in just a moment.
Michelle, look out!
Murder, revenge. You killed her.
For super savings on floor coverings and furniture, Rolls & Rolls is the place to go. Just minutes from Chattanooga and easy to get to. Located at I-75 exit 140 Industrial Boulevard, Ringo. Save on carpet, vinyl, ceramic tile, hardwood, orientals, rugs, furniture, and accessories. Owner John Butcher and his staff will give you friendly, knowledgeable service with over 30 years combined experience. Rolls & Rolls represents all the major mills in Carlisle furniture. Rolls & Rolls, Ringo, Georgia.
I'm not going to hear accusations. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't.
Somebody,
I couldn't believe what she did. I think she's sick.
is going to be in
This lady here was just like out of control.
I took her for a lunatic.
big trouble.
I'd be scared.
Made me a nervous wreck.
Let's see him get out of this one.
Maybe I'll give you 10% discount. And throw in a Coca-Cola, okay?
The People's Court.
Watch The People's Court. Now at its new time, weekdays at 12:30 on TV 53.
Wherever it breaks. Whatever it takes. From the reporters on the front line to the anchors you trust the most. NBC Nightly News and Eyewitness News on Channel 3, the Tennessee Valley's 24-hour news source.
Southern Conference football brought to you in part by AAA Travel Agency. AAA invites you to call. Tell them you're with the Southern Conference. AAA Travel Agency, the official travel agency of the Southern Conference. The Asheville, North Carolina Tourism Development Authority. The sky's the limit. Your Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Flexall 454, the Pain Relief Pro Trainers use. The Electric Power Board of Chattanooga. Electricity, the power of choice. Red Food, the hometown favorite for over 80 years. Regional Heart Center at Erlanger. And U.S. Air, the official airline of the Southern Conference. U.S. Air begins with you. Overcast Lexington, Virginia, where it rained on and off yesterday. 40 degrees, no wind at the moment, but there is rain in the area, and the field conditions will be important. And Steve Dreschler joins us today. And Steve, I know it's not going to be the greatest of footing down there.
Well, John, this kind of sums things up right here. It is a messy field, a lot of mud, and talking to the trainers before the game, they are concerned because a lot of bumps, a lot of crevices in this field. They're afraid that they're going to have players coming off at all times with turned ankles. However, you got to look out for one thing. In the last few games, the VMI cadets have fumbled on the opening drive. Jim Shuck, head coach of VMI, told me before the game it is in his mind a little bit. They'll see if they can get by that. Let's take you up to drier quarters to John and Sonny.
All right, Steve. We will have the kickoff between UTC and VMI here in Lexington, and all the action of this Southern Conference game coming up for you in just a moment.
When a food store promises low prices, it had better be ready to deliver. That's what Red Food does, all over this part of the country, straight from our warehouses to your Red Food store. Our volume buys and Red Food specials mean lower prices are coming to the big cities and to your hometown. Red Food delivers top quality freshness and a lower total food bill. So get to Red Food early. We'll be waiting with lower prices and only the best.
Why should the region's only comprehensive heart center be your first choice for heart care? It's about an attitude of leadership. At Erlanger's Regional Heart Center, it means a commitment to be first with new methods, new technologies, new procedures. Your first choice for heart care. Your only choice for heart care leadership.
Regional Heart Center at Erlanger, leading the way.
If you're searching for a cool, refreshing experience, if you're looking for the real thing, then you've come to the right place. Coca-Cola Classic. I see you got my message.
Only one. America's youth need a variety of strong, positive role models. Unfortunately, in Chattanooga and across America, few black men choose careers in elementary education. The University of Tennessee at Chattanooga is tackling this problem head-on by offering financial and peer support. We're recruiting African-American men into elementary teaching. Graduates of this special program receive new careers, and children today and tomorrow are the big winners. UTC, Chattanooga's team, Chattanooga's university.
Buddy Nix is set on the Coaches Show in Chattanooga. For those of you watching along Sports South, that this game is critical to his program and to his team. UTC kicks off. McMillan and Walker are back, but the kick is very short as Allen pooched it, and VMI is going to have great field position to begin this game. And Coach Randall, here we have two teams, both of whom want the same thing, to go out on the winning note.
Well, they want to go out, but you can see right here, Chattanooga has a commanding lead. That doesn't mean anything this afternoon. Forget that. It's what happens this particular afternoon.
And, of course, for both of these programs, and especially for UTC with so many players coming back, this game is one to try and snap the long losing skid. They've lost 8 in a row. And to try and learn how to defend the wishbone. They had a lot of trouble against the Citadel with that wishbone.
There you go. That's the thing you got to stop right there, the dive to the fullback. You can stop the dive, you got a chance.
And the Coca-Cola starting lineups for VMI, and the big guy in the middle, Lorenzo Carpenter. Buddy Nix has said he is the best blocking lineman he's seen in the Southern Conference, one of the best in the nation. Also for the Keydets today, in the offensive backfield, Tony Scales certainly runs the show. He's run for over 540 yards this year. He's also passed for a couple of touchdowns. He is the key in that wishbone offense. VMI goes left to right, that is south to north, and the first pitch out is going to Marcus Mines, and he's close to a first down. Against the Citadel, one thing UTC did was get a quick start, but they didn't manage to capitalize on it. On the defensive lineup, look at the right tackle, Nakara Calloway, a true freshman starting for the Mocs today. He's 6'1", 275 pounds, and he'll have a big, tough assignment. Todd Boroff, of course, the star of the linebacking core that remains after all the injuries. And in the defensive backfield, Tyrone McKenzie, who had such a big game last week. Scott McDonald, who played well against the Wishbone up in the Citadel game in Charleston. It's 3rd and short, and VMI will get a first down on its first possession. They just pound away at you, don't they?
John, they pound and they like to control the football. They want to move it with consistency on the ground. If they can do that, they control the clock, they control the football game. They would like very much to do that here this afternoon, and I think that's what they're going to have to do to keep the high-powered UTC offense off the field.
Going to be a muddy afternoon, and what do you bet these UTC Mocs uniforms with the cadets looking on that they get appreciably darker as the day goes on. And out of the Wishbone, and Scales will keep it on the ground again. But good reaction by UTC, and there'll be no gain on that play for Tony Scales and nowhere for him to go, and UTC really bottled up the hole that time. Jack Marks in there and knocking him dead, Coach.
John, right now I see 4 and 5 people on the line of scrimmage. Before it's over with, we're going to see 7 or 8. Scales really been banged up and nicked up most of the year. I do not see the same speed and quickness in Scales that I saw a year ago. But that's not his fault. He's took a pounding. Pretty impressive numbers, but not the kind of numbers that Scales likes to put up.
Jack Douglas had 4 touchdowns by his lonesome in that game against the Mocs down in Charleston. First man through is Chris Meacham, the fullback, and it'll be 3rd down and about 4. And in this Wishbone offense, the one thing you don't want is 3rd down and long.
Dive, you can see the read. He's reading it all the way, looking at the line of scrimmage. Meacham gets excellent yardage. You got 3rd and 4.
4 or 5, actually. Closer to actually a long 4 if you want to be exact about it.
But where they are on the field, they're already in 4-down territory. At least that's the way most Wishbone teams look at it.
They are in UTC territory, and the pitchback will be close to a first down, and he may have it. And that's Robert Clark, the halfback, and they'll send a lot of different uniforms in there today at the 3 positions at fullback, left and right halfback, and VMI moving the ball on the ground, Coach.
Watch Scales looking right at him. Fakes the dive. Reads, pitches. Robert Clark good enough for the first down. Scales reads the option and reads the bone about as well as anybody that I've seen in a long, long time. Excellent look at Jim Shuck, the VMI head coach.
And it's second first down of the game for VMI. Of course, it's a huge weekend in the Southern Conference. We could, Coach, end up with a 5-way tie for first place if all the things work out today. We've been sitting around here before the game trying to figure out just exactly how this tie-breaking procedure works.
And I'm kind of hoping that happens, John, because I want to hear your explanation.
Well, I can tell you this much. If it does end in a 5-way tie between the Citadel, Western, Marshall, Appalachian, and Furman, we are going to end up with a coin toss by Wright Waters to try and determine the 3rd representative, if in fact 3 representatives go from the Southern Conference for the champion and the automatic bid.
Scales checking at the line of scrimmage here.
And down the line, Masterson, whom we talked about in Chattanooga on the pregame show, playing his final game, the senior out of New York.
Watch Scales. Here's a triple. Fakes to the fullback. Keeps. Fakes the pitch. Tries to duck back inside. Masterson, nowhere to go. And a host of friends.
We mentioned one thing that VMI does not want. It's 3rd and long, and they have it here.
Wishbone teams would like to stay out of this look.
Yes, they certainly would, and it's big trouble, and he's going to be sacked, and inside blowing in for the sack for UTC is Urs Agee, who came pouring in.
Agee didn't slow him down. When you got a little back, trying to block a big guy like Agee, most of the time you don't slow him down.
So VMI gets a couple of first downs, but its drive is stalled on the sack by Agee, and VMI will have to kick it away, and deep for UTC is Tony Ballard, who started returning punts about midway through the season. And the Mocs will get their hands on the ball for the first time, and quickly a flag on the play. Down at about the 10-yard line where Ballard was, the ball will die at about the 20. Unusual flag because it was thrown down by
sure what he saw, but we'll know here in a minute.
He had a long look, too. He had to look all the way to midfield. That flag is 39 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Against UTC.
Hiding catcher was an illegal substitution.
Either that or they had too many people on the field.
That could be, counting them off. Whose assignment is that on the return team? I know the punter is assigned to do it, to count the players on the team that kicks, but on the return team, whose job is it?
The coach is on the sideline. The special teams coach, that's who does the counting.
Illegal participation on the defense. That's 15-yard penalty. We'll replay fourth down.
Well, that changed
how
things.
big that one is.
Well, it's going to make it fourth down in about, a little over a yard. So
and I promise they will go for it.
Punting situation, VMI will now go for it. That's a big penalty, 15 yards.
In most cases, when a wishbone team reaches the 50, that's 4-down territory. So there's no question in my mind what Coach Shuck and his staff were going to do on this particular play.
Early in the first quarter in Lexington, Virginia, UTC and VMI, and don't doubt that there's a lot on the line in the game today. Fourth down in our first critical play of the game. The first man through will be close to the first down and may in fact have it.
He's on the spot.
Bryant McMillan. And from here, at least from our vantage point, it looks like he did in fact get the first down, and that penalty will in fact cost UTC.
Well, the folks from UTC don't think he made it.
Well, actually, the strange thing is, Coach, if he didn't make it, it benefits UTC greatly, only because they had the ball originally on the 21-yard line, and now they pick it up at about the 33.
Well, the VMI quarterback, Tony Scales, he thinks they made it.
It is going to be close. The spot is a little further back on the 33 than I originally thought it would be. I thought McMillan, with the lean, had got the first down. Boy, it's really tight down in there. A lot of folks standing over the football. And it's going to be... Whoa, now they're saying first down. It must be by just... You ever seen them pull out a card out of their pocket to have to measure between the stick and the ball? It's so close. So VMI with its third first down, capitalizing on the penalty to UTC, and all of a sudden the Keydets are in good position. 9:21 to go, first quarter, and VMI is on the march. They are on the 30 and going in towards the end zone, and we'll have all the action from Lexington in just a moment.
The athletic trainers of every major pro sport recommend one pain-relieving gel, Flexall 454. I use it for my kind of pain. And now aloe vera-based Flexall is used almost everywhere. In tennis clubs, backyard gardens, on the golf course, bike paths, road races. Flexall is just about everywhere people suffer from sore muscles and joints. If you're living with pain, join the pro trainers, me and everybody else. Get Flexall, the pain relief pro trainers recommend.
Confused about water heaters? Well, here are the facts. True, an electric water heater costs more to operate than gas, about the cost of a 29-cent postage stamp per day. But a gas water heater will cost 3 times more to purchase and install than an electric water heater. That's because a gas water heater gives off fumes that must be vented outside. Before you buy a water heater, be sure you have all the facts. Contact the Electric Power Board at 756-2706. Electricity, the power of choice.
And back in Lexington, that's Mo. Mo, the mascot for VMI, and the Keydets trying to take advantage of a clerical error on the part of UTC. 15-yard penalty on fourth down because UTC had too many men on the field. It would have been Mock's ball, but instead VMI took the penalty, got the first down, and here is driving. And again, the pitch goes straight back for about 3 or 4, and all the white shirts jump all over Marcus Mines.
VMI runs that toss sweep back into the boundary where UT's a man short. Little toss sweep action. Scales pitches back. Marcus Mines cuts back up inside. Most defenses are a man short back into the boundary. They like the defensive field.
It'll be second and about 7 from the 30-yard line for VMI, trying to capitalize on the Mox air, and going for about 5 again is Mines. Check that, that's McMillan. And he got hog-tied and pulled down like a rodeo bronc.
They hit the dive. First and foremost, and running the ball, that's the first thing you'll see. Just a straight dive.
With just a right forearm, right cross, right? He really chopped him down. And Masterson is going to be missed by UTC. He's a fine young man and a great player. And in a tough season on the defense, he's certainly been the stalwart. Third down, and now the ball's loose, and it's picked up again. And it's still on the ground, and they say UTC may have the ball. Are they going to whistle it dead? The ball came free on one occasion. It was apparently recovered and then free again, but they're going to blow it dead at the 24, and nearly a turnover for VMI.
It took an excellent bounce. Came right back to Myers, and then he got away from it.
Let's take a look at this.
Little dive option.
That's Masterson coming in there to disrupt the play.
You can see the ball bounces right back. Then it gets away from Myers once he hits the ground.
You said 4-down territory. He did. The ground can't cause a fumble, even in college, and that's what it apparently did the second time. And a fortuitous bounce for VMI. It'll be 4th down, and we'll say a long 2, almost 3 yards for the Keydets, and they'll go for it again. Second man through on the counter. He's got the first down and more. But a flag is down. Mines is down at the 3-yard line, and we'll have to wait and see what the flag is all about. Marcus Mines spinning and breaking tackles. Coach has gotten VMI deep into UTC territory.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That counteraction or misdirection drives defenses absolutely crazy. There's a fake. There's a face mask.
Could be a face mask on Dwayne Bynum coming in there, and so obviously VMI will reject the penalty, and they are knocking on the door. You said 4-down territory, and twice they've been up against 4th.
That's what we're going to look at all afternoon.
2 for 2 on 4th down conversion.
5-yard face mask against the defense. Tack that on to the end of the run, half the distance.
Actually works out to be about a penalty of 1.5 yards, but VMI will have first and goal on the UTC 1-yard line. Midway through quarter number 1, and the Mocs have yet to get their hands on the ball. So a long drive already for the Keydets, aided by that penalty and a lucky bounce on a fumble as VMI knocking on the door. First and goal, and it's Mines over the top for the touchdown.
Mines goes airborne at about the 3-yard line. Does a little somersault into the end zone.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And Little John fires off at the corner of the end zone.
Mines, an excellent play to go airborne that close to the goal line.
And VMI uses up more than half the first quarter on its opening possession to take the ball in for the score, and in to try the extra point is Jeff Goff out of the hold of Hunt Carey. And Goff's kick is perfect, and so VMI has drawn first blood here in Lexington, keeping it entirely on the ground. It's 7:17 to go first quarter, and VMI has built a 7-0 lead, and it's time to do push-ups for the Keydets.
Lumber, plywood, windows and doors, paneling, insulation and roofing, skylights, hardwood flooring. East Brainerd Lumber sells the finest quality construction and home building products money can buy. But more importantly, East Brainerd Lumber has what money can't buy. A half-century of knowledge and experience. From the foundation to the finishing touches. From the ground up, they know building. At East Brainerd Lumber, you can use their knowledge and build on it.
Change. We can feel it all around us, and maybe it needs to happen, but while it's happening, it affects us all in different ways. I'm Jenny Jones, and I've been through a lot of change myself this past year, and our show is changing too, to deal more with everything that's affecting you and me. Some of those things are provocative, some are touching, and some are very revealing, but they all have one thing in common. I want to talk about them with you.
Jenny Jones, Change with Us. Mornings at 11 on Channel 3.
Well, certainly Marcus Mines a pivotal player in that opening drive for VMI.
Tony Scales reverses out, gives to Mines. Little power action. Good enough to put it in the end zone.
15 plays, 64 yards, and look at this, Coach. Over 7 minutes and 40 seconds. That's more than half the first quarter. UTC has yet to put their hands on the ball. And back deep for UTC are Jerry Ellison and Toby Taylor. And Goff will kick off from his own 35. Ellison has 2 kicks returned for touchdowns this year. One against ETSU a couple of weeks ago that almost helped UTC to a win. But it's a short kick to about the 23, and it's picked up and carried out to the 30 by Toby Taylor, who also has a kick return for a touchdown. So the Mocs go on offense for the first time today, and we'll get our first look at Kenyon Earl and UTC against this VMI defense and see if UTC can do some of the things that it had said Coach it wanted to do, especially put the ball up.
I would think they'd like to answer in a hurry. That's the kind of offense they run. That Veer,
one thing
would like to put it up.
One thing Earl has not done well this year is throw for touchdowns. He only has 2 on the year. Ellison goes right, gets a hole. Jerry Ellison, 643 yards rushing this year, but 231 of those came in the first game of the season. So you can see he's been pretty much bottled up the rest of the season. For the Mocs, on offense, Keith Ledford starts again at center. This is a very young line. Ron Woody playing his final game for UTC. And, of course, Kenyon Earl behind center with Ellison and Freddie Harris at the running backs. And we'll see a lot of Acree and Kemp as well. Second down for the Mocs, and they go straight up inside. Freddie Harris gets almost nothing against the internal structure of the UTC, or rather the VMI defense.
The Mocs love to run that split back there. And with a hard dive right out of the box.
The VMI Coca-Cola starting lineups for defense. You can see him, Fabianic, the right tackle, and Raymond Flowers, and he should be certainly an integral part today. Williams, Gay, Morgan, and Tucker, the linebackers, and the big guy outside. We'll get to the backs in just a moment. Third down, and Ellison is diving forward across the 40. He'll have the first down for UTC, which stays on the ground and gets its first down of the day. And in the defensive backfield for VMI, you'll see Morgan and Gay, and they will be charged with trying to cover the 2 wideouts, and there's Ellison's numbers on the year, and even 100 rushing. Against the Mocs, the first allowed VMI to keep its touchdown drive alive. Now we apparently have offsetting personal fouls. As you can see, VMI obviously coming into the game keeps the ball on the ground, but they do pass some, and one of the interesting stats here, Coach, is the fact that they have passed for as many yards per game as the Mocs have.
It is interesting, most interesting. I'll tell you one thing. To me, when you play a team like VMI, you got to put at least 7 or 8 folks on the line of scrimmage.
A dead ball, personal foul. The first foul occurred by the offense. That's 15 yards. Then we got a dead ball, personal foul, the second one by the defense. That's 15 yards and an automatic first down.
So UTC actually comes out smelling like a rose in this exchange. They walk back 15 yards, turn around and walk forward 15 yards, and instead of second down and 05 or so, UTC actually gets an automatic first down out of it.
Well, you know, Coach Shuck, he's not real excited about the call.
It's not a fair trade at his mind. So it'll be first down and 10, UTC from their own 46-yard line after the 2 personal fouls were assessed.
Kenyon Earl didn't like what he was looking at.
Sweep left, and it's good running room for Harris, and he's out across midfield and into VMI territory, and both teams running the ball effectively on these open series of downs.
Kenyon Earl did that time, John. He counts at the line of scrimmage. He sees they're a man short. They defense the field. Comes back to the short side where VMI is a man short. You just count. You go to the side where there's the least folks.
Second and short for the Mocs. And UTC is moving it right back. This could be a fun game, Coach.
Oh, I think it's going to be a heck of a football game. I really do.
Back and forth jobs. Earl looks to throw in big trouble. And just get it away, but it's intercepted at the 32-yard line. It's picked off for VMI, and not a great pass by Kenyon Earl. And Terry Tucker, the key back, comes away with the ball in the first big turnover of the game.
Well, Kenyon Earl, he's flushed as he sets his feet. Then he throws, and it's pretty much up for grabs. Tucker makes an unbelievable play down there.
So the VMI Keydets come up with the first turnover of the game, and with 5:11 to go first quarter, VMI will try and build on its early 7-0 lead, and we will be back to Lexington, Virginia in just a moment.
Randy Travis, he's the best.
Still the real things are
What a
found.
voice.
Hello. When you found the real thing.
Think he's as cute in person? Uh-huh. What I wouldn't give to meet a guy like him. Hey, Julie, want to ring up this Coca-Cola Classic?
Thank you. Can't beat the real thing.
America's youth need a variety of strong, positive role models. Unfortunately, in Chattanooga and across America, few black men choose careers in elementary education. The University of Tennessee at Chattanooga is tackling this problem head-on by offering financial and peer support. We're recruiting African-American men into elementary teaching. Graduates of this special program receive new careers, and children today and tomorrow are the big winners. UTC, Chattanooga's team, Chattanooga's university.
Play sort of summed up the UTC Mocs season in microcosm, Coach.
Kenyon Earl, boy, he likes to throw it on rhythm if he possibly can. But when he has to draw it back, Tucker, just a freshman, makes a big play for VMI.
So the Keydets have the ball for the second time, and the first man through slips and falls, and we're going to see quite a bit of that as the field starts to deteriorate. Can you notice this, Coach, already in the space of half the first quarter, how much the field has gone downhill because of the rain and the conditions?
A lot of water standing out there. I went out before, as you see Coach Buddy Nix looking on, went out before the ball game, and as I say, there's a lot of water still standing. They say it's good for running teams, but I know one thing, I always liked it that way when I was trying to run and catch the ball.
Second and about 8, and the first man through has about 5 yards. And it'll be third down for VMI. Steve Dresner on the sidelines.
Thank you, John. And talking about VMI's troubles, you spoke about UTC's 8-game losing streak. VMI has never beaten the Mocs here at Alumni Memorial Field. You have to go all the way back to November 18th of 1972 when the Cadets won in Chattanooga 17-0. Boy, respect and pride is certainly hard to come by here in the Southern Conference, gentlemen.
No question about that, Steve. And now Scales will call for a timeout. He didn't like the setup apparently, and so VMI will take timeout with third down and about 4 to go. 4 minutes to go, first quarter, and we'll be back to Lexington, Virginia in just a moment.
Ed Sullivan knew great entertainment when he saw it.
Now, my name is Pickaninny, one of the hottest rock groups in the entire country. Here they are with some of their record hits.
Great entertainment is back every week because Ed Sullivan is back.
Clean-O-Matic, the area's finest dry cleaners, has something special just for you. It's Clean-O-Matic Express Service. For details, go by any of Clean-O-Matic's 6 convenient locations.
Geraldo, passionate, probing, provocative. Montel Williams, a cool head for hot talk. Jenny Jones, getting to the heart of the matter. A closer look at today's headline makers. Dr. Dean, he's making house calls. Now we're talking weekdays on Channel 3, your 24-hour news source.
While we've got a moment, we want to remind you that the announcers for this game have been contracted for and approved by the Southern Conference and UTC. Any use, rebroadcast, or other transmission of this game without the written consent of the Southern Conference and UTC and Creative Production Services is prohibited. Wanted to point out, Coach, that VMI has gotten off to a quick start today. They got off to a quick start last year in Chattanooga, led 14-0, but UTC reeled off 50 straight points.
They'll come up about a yard short here.
Now, this is his 4th down territory. Do you kick it away here?
Not
You're
quite.
on your own 42.
I think you got a punt here.
They're 2 for 2 on 4th downs.
Promise they'll go punt this one.
Of course, the last time VMI tried to punt in this first quarter, UTC was penalized 15 yards for too many men on the field, and that kept that drive alive that eventually led to the touchdown. And again, Ballard is deep for the Mocs. VMI will kick it away, and UTC will get it for the second time today. And the UTC defense did a very good job on that drive of containing Scales, McMillan, and Mines and company after the way they were torn apart in the first drive. And Ballard will take it at about his own 30, and they get crunched at about the 33, and UTC will begin from there. And we mentioned that the UTC got off to a slow start. The Mocs this year have gotten off to either a slow, I know this sounds kind of silly, but they've either gotten off to a slow start or a fast start, and it doesn't seem to have mattered to them which way they've begun. When they've gotten off to a slow start, sometimes it's snowballed on them. When they've gotten off to a fast start, it hadn't really helped either.
I'm sure Coach Dix just, all he's concerned with is how they end.
Right at this point. And they've had trouble finishing. They had that game against East Tennessee that they really should have won, and Coach Dix will be the first to tell you. And Earl takes it himself, cuts upfield, and a great move by Kenyon Earl, and a great pitch out on the wing, and it's Ellison who's freed on the sidelines, one man to beat, and Jerry Ellison will score a touchdown for Chattanooga, and a great pitch by Kenyon Earl to keep what was an 8-yard play alive for a touchdown.
I'll tell you what, you do not execute the dive option any better than we just saw it.
Well, UTC has not had a big play like that to spark them early in the first quarter in a long time. 68 yards on the touchdown.
You'll see Earl, he's almost on the ground.
Well, I didn't even see the pitch, to be honest with you. I thought he was down.
Kenyon Earl, I mean, he is going down.
Wow.
In that time, they came to the quarterback. The player had pitched, allowed Ellison to go the rest of the way.
So UTC strikes right after the punt, and now they can even the score with Rodney Allen attempting the extra point. And his kick is good, and just like that, like lightning on an overcast day, we're tied at 7 here in Lexington. And a great play by both Earl to make the pitch with 3 men on him, and Ellison to wait for the block so that he could make the cut back at the 20 to score the touchdown.
You did not see the veer option or dive option executed any better. I don't care what level you're talking about.
Well, you know, you had mentioned prior to the game, one of the keys was to keep UTC from doing just that. Buddy Nix has got a history of great big plays, and here's another one. This is a tremendous play by Earl.
It's unbelievable.
He's got 3 men on him.
Right.
One,
in the corner, the VMI corner, he comes to the quarterback.
4.
Leaving Ellison all alone. They just knew the quarterback was down. What a great play by UTC quarterback.
And a good read by Ellison to see the man coming in there to wait for the block. And all you people who want to be running backs, wait for the block.
Jerry Ellison, I'll tell you one thing, he'll move it in a hurry for you.
One play, 67 yards, 14 seconds.
I told you he would be in a hurry.
2:55 to go first quarter, and it's 7-7, VMI and UTC. Well, that's going to bring some smiles to the opposing sideline over there. And the sprinkling of UTC fans that made the trip up to Virginia for today's game.
I'll tell you one thing, and you said it, Joe, we're gonna see a heck of a football game here today. I really believe it.
Well, it's already starting. It's going to be a fun one. McMillan and Walker again back for VMI. This time, Allen's kick will go to McMillan at about the 5.
He got all of it.
Through the wedge. Oh. Had a great tackle to keep McMillan bottled up. As Kenny Parkman came screaming in there, and some great hitting down there. I told you they're starting to hit, they're starting to play. This could be a great game.
I'll tell you one thing. That wedge right there, I mean, there were some folks that were smacked.
What does it take? What kind of personality do you have to be
You do not have to have, you can't have a personality and bust a wedge, I can tell you that.
I've often wondered about people. It was never something I wanted to do. All right, let's see. Run down 50 yards, leap into the air, and smack as hard as you can into 5 guys who want to kill you.
I tell you, the wedge buster and the kicker, their personalities are similar.
And VMI has the ball for the 3rd time in this game, and they'll start from their worst field position at their own 25. And there's Masterson again, right in the middle of the action. David's younger brother, Frank, a backup tight end on the team.
Little counter action. Masterson closes from the backside.
Robert Clark just didn't have any room.
An exceptional play for the defensive end to close like that and get it from the backside.
UTC has made some adjustments in the last couple of drives after that first drive, and they've managed to keep VMI pretty well bottled up. Again, they go to the first man through, and it's McMillan, and he doesn't get much, and it's going to be 3rd down and long.
I'll tell you, the bone's not very pretty, but you better have it read right. You make a mistake against the bone, and it's 6 big ones.
What kind of of adjustments has the UTC made? Do you notice anything directly?
I think, John, what you're looking at right now is you're almost seeing 9 people. You count them on the line of scrimmage the next time around. They're daring VMI right now to throw the football. They've answered the dive, they've answered the quarterback, they've answered pitch.
And as mentioned before, VMI, for a wishbone team, can throw the football, averaging over 130 yards a game.
They're going to make them throw it.
Here goes Scales. He has a man bad footing out there. Sort of turned things around, and the passing game has not been very effective for either team to this point.
Well, the bone, you sure don't want to look at that 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8. You don't want to see it too many times during the afternoon, because it's not a catch-up offense, and it's not that 3rd and long offense.
And UTC will get it again. And once again to kick will be Brian Southard. Now, Southard had a poor kick his first time, but before the game, he was really, we were watching him in practice, he was really nailing him.
And last week against the Citadel, boy, he knocked it out of sight. That was probably the bright spot of the football game for VMI. He did an exceptional job punting the ball.
Low snap and a fair kick. Ballard takes on his 37. Not a whole lot of room, though. A lot of red shirts over there, but he breaks the tackle down the sidelines, and a great move by Tony Ballard, but the ball comes free. But Ballard is into VMI territory, and another great move. I thought he was done for.
Marcus Mines makes the play, and if it's not for Mines, that's going to be a big one.
Ballard got to the sidelines, and he was terribly outnumbered by red shirts.
Looking for the wall. Once you find the wall, you're in excellent shape. There's a miss, and you can see Mines make the play here. Coming from nowhere, right there.
The ball did come free. And
the helmet right on the ball.
Another lucky bounce for VMI in their opening drive to Mines when it bounced back to him, and now UTC gets a lucky bounce, but it goes out of bounds. But the Mocs start in VMI territory, and here goes Freddie Harris, and look at this, 2 plays, 2 touchdowns for UTC. 67 yards by Jerry Ellison, now 45 yards by Freddie Harris. Bang, bang. The UTC Mocs have scored 2 touchdowns, gone over 114 yards in just 2 snaps of the ball.
Veer option, they give to the dive. Watch Harris, just explodes. Once he gets to the secondary, there's nobody there. That's a mismatch.
And so UTC, with lightning quickness, has taken the lead here in the first quarter. Wow, this has really changed around, hasn't it?
Terry Tucker tries to play catch-up.
Freddie Harris, the freshman, one of the freshman core for UTC that Buddy Nix is so high on, and goes 45 yards for the score, and UTC now has a 14-7 lead with a minute to go here in the first quarter. Wow, things have changed.
Being explosive.
Oof. And on the ground at that. The UTC has been known to be explosive through the air and through kick returns, but 2 great running plays for the Mocs. Bang, bang, Ellison and Harris.
And right now, we're seeing a big mismatch up front. The folks from UTC are dominating the line of scrimmage. I know they've got to be concerned on the VMI sideline.
Well, we mentioned that UTC had made some adjustments after
Watch
the first drive.
Here, John.
And now VMI is going.
Linebacker just overruns the play, and there's nobody there.
I think you could have run through that hole.
No. I promise they'd run me down, John.
Well, you might have got a few yards.
Makes a diving attempt to get there. Harris just too quick.
1 play, 46 yards, 9 seconds. Well, the last drive was all of 14 seconds. This drive,
quick,
9 seconds. It's, was it Fielding, Yost, and the point-a-minute offense at Michigan back years and years ago? Do you recall stories of that?
Just barely.
I'm not trying to.
That was before my time.
Well, I'm sure it was before your time. It was like the 1910. Again, McMillan and Walker back for the 3rd time this game. And Allen will kick off. His first kick, a squib. His second kick was a high boomer. This will be a line drive that will be taken by Walker on his own 8. That's a wedge again. And now he's through the middle, and he could go if he's got one man to beat. But a great tackle by Rodney Allen saves a touchdown. Back and forth. Not Rodney Allen, that's 92 yards and another touchdown.
A kicker's not supposed to make that play in the open field. I'm telling you that right now.
And Allen made a great tackle around his ankles.
I'll tell you what, he looked like a defensive back instead of a kicker.
He was the only man that Walker had to beat.
Only one that had a chance.
Here he comes.
Walker does a little house. I'll tell you one thing. He's been practicing his tackling.
He says, I got that uniform dirty now. I'm part of this team. But nonetheless, VMI with great field position on their own 42-yard line. And here goes Walker again around left side for about 6 yards.
Again, VMI runs that toss sweep back into the boundary, where UTC is a man short. All you do is come to the line of scrimmage, John. You count, and if you can count correctly, and both of these quarterbacks can, you're just going to run away from the strength of the defense.
I got a feeling we're going to be hoarse by the end of the day.
I'll tell you one thing, we're going to see some action here before this one's over.
And VMI threatening to go right back into UTC territory. Having a lot of fun here today. First man through, and McMillan gets a little close to a first down. They'll have to spot it. We'll see where they do spot it. To measure this, it's going to be within inches, I would think. Ball on the 48 of UTC.
I guarantee you they're in 4-down territory already. Just a dive. First part of the triple option. McMillan runs extremely hard. Looks like they're going to move the chains.
They are going to move the chains without a measurement, so VMI has first down again in UTC territory. Now, the Keydets managed to bang it in on the Mocs on a long drive to start the game, but since then, VMI has not had a whole lot of success running the ball.
Sweep back into the short side.
And a great play on the wing by Ballard. Wasn't a whole lot of help out there for Tony Ballard if he doesn't make that tackle.
If Ballard doesn't make the play, that one's going to go a ways.
As we wind down toward the end of a very exciting first quarter, very entertaining football game here in Lexington, and VMI on the march trying to even the score after those two lightning touchdowns by UTC. So the Mocs have taken advantage of those two big plays to build a 14-7 lead as we head towards quarter number 2 here in Lexington, and we'll be back in just a moment.
When a food store promises low prices, it had better be ready to deliver. That's what Red Food does, all over this part of the country, straight from our warehouses to your Red Food store. Our volume buys and Red Food specials mean lower prices are coming to the big cities and to your hometown. Red Food delivers top quality freshness and a lower total food bill. So get to Red Food early. We'll be waiting with lower prices and only the best.
As a metropolitan university, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga serves a region alive with economic and cultural development. Boasting a faculty and administration dedicated to teaching and research, UTC offers more than 100 bachelor's and master's degree programs. And as our world changes, UTC graduates can be assured that they're prepared to meet new challenges. Real commitment to students, education, service, and the community makes the difference. UTC, Chattanooga's university.
Accommodations provided by the Lexington Inn, formerly the Lexington Days Inn. Just minutes from VMI, Washington and Lee University, Virginia Horse Center, and Natural Bridge. Full-service restaurant on the premises located on I-81 and US 11 off exit 195. For reservations, call 1-800-521-9131. And a very enjoyable game of Buddy Nick's smiling. He wasn't smiling earlier in the first quarter when VMI took the opening kickoff and went straight down the field, but two huge plays by the Mocs, a 67-yard touchdown run by Jerry Ellison, a 46-yarder by Freddie Harris, has UTC on top as we start quarter number 2. And the first man through, it's a fumble, and Scales manages to pounce on it. I think he wanted to give it to the first man through, who didn't take the ball. And let's go down on the field to Steve Dressner. Steve?
Thank you, John. Talking about interesting freshman class projects, there are 10 companies that comprise Virginia Military Institute, and each freshman class is responsible for putting up a banner. As you can tell, it takes quite a number of bed sheets. But John, I don't see yours up there.
No, these things aren't big. They're huge. These banners are, 40 feet long at least. And VMI, not sure what it's going to do here on third down and long, has taken a timeout. We are just underway in the second quarter. 14-7 UTC, VMI with third and long when we return in a moment.
After years of building houses for folks, I'm finally going to build mine. You know, the electric power board's Power Plus Home program is going to make my home more comfortable, and it's going to save me money. I'm getting free technical advice and inspections, a free water heater, free temporary power connection and underground service, low-interest heat pump financing, and my heating and cooling costs are guaranteed for 2 years. Hey, I'm in the home building business, and I'm building one. Call the electric power board for more details. Is this a great program or what?
It's frightening that so many people ignore chest pain and the early warning signals of a heart attack. They often dismiss these symptoms as indigestion, soreness, fatigue, or just another part of growing older. Thankfully, literally hundreds of Chattanooga area residents have sought what turned out to be life-saving care at the Chest Pain Center. Take no chances. Erlanger's Chest Pain Center may save your life today.
And Steve Dresner down on the sideline. Steve?
Thank you, John. After that Mox touchdown, VMI head coach Jim Shuck came over, reminded his players, you got to remain strong on the line of scrimmage, and the players just were shaking their heads. They know they got to dig into the ground, and it's getting slippery. Back to you.
Scales goes for it all. A home run ball that's tipped away at the 2-yard line, and a good defensive play by Ballard, who's having a heck of a ball game, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, when you're going man-to-man, like Ballard was, that's as tough a position you can be put in defensively.
Well, I'll be honest with you, if Ballard isn't there, this is 6.
Tony Scales makes an excellent throw. Ballard all over the VMI receiver, step for step. What a great play.
And VMI will kick it away, and so for the last 3 drives, the Keydets have been stalled, and Ballard is deep for UTC. Last 2 plays that UTC's had on offense have resulted in touchdowns. Southard trying to
he got all of this.
Drop it in, but it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and UTC will begin on its own 20-yard line. And all right, what are the odds that they can make it 3 for 3? 67 yards, 46 yards, 80 yards?
I would think the odds are pretty good.
What kind of adjustments does Jim Shuck and VMI? I know he's saying, hey, guys, you're getting blown away, but is there any kind of an adjustment as a defensive coordinator you can actually make?
Well, you can't stunt and blitz because a lot of times you'll take yourself out of the play. As we look across the way there.
Cheap seats, free seats on top of the roof.
Let's see if they play a base defense.
Toss sweep. Ellison, and he's got room. Out across the 25, and for a second there was a hole. I'm not doubting anything anymore at this point in the game.
Tim Williams comes from the cornerback position. Tell you what, they missed Williams a week ago at the Citadel. His father passed away. The youngsters really had a lot on his mind. But here he makes a big league play. Being blocked and still makes the tackle. That's an exceptional defensive play by Tim Williams.
UTC starting to pile up the stats thanks in great part to those 2 big touchdown runs. And here goes Ellison again, and if he had been able to cut back, he might have been able to turn that into 6. And every play that UTC seems to put on the ground at the moment, Coach, over big yardage.
They're hitting the dive. As I say, there's a big mismatch up front. Look at the line of scrimmage.
Now, if he's able to plant his feet after bouncing off the tackle right up here, there was nobody in front.
That's exactly right. He goes the distance. Missed tackle at the line of scrimmage.
And to some degree, a missed block if Bakery had been able to take Williams out. But another first down for the Mocs.
Earl's checking.
This time it'll be Harris.
Nowhere to
this
go.
time, good defensive play by VMI, not allowing Harris to get outside. As a matter of fact,
and we've got a penalty downfield.
Nowhere to go on that play.
And it'll be of the large variety.
Kelly Hobart in on the tackle there. And so we'll see what the penalty is. UTC has been moving the ball almost at will the past 5 minutes or so of this ball game. 12:58 to go first half. UTC on top 14-7 over VMI.
Face pass.
Let's see if it's a 5 or 15-yarder. Oh, a
double face mask.
Well, all right. We've had offsetting personal fouls, now offsetting face masks.
Sammy Hadley was the one making the block downfield. Believe me, I just saw 2 people go down. They must have grabbed a hold of each other's face masks. Very unusual call.
Yes, it is indeed a very
they
unusual
have a double
call.
face mask.
Face mask. So it'll be second down now, and actually the
toss sweep into the wide side. We can't see where the penalty occurs. That was deep downfield. Nothing at the line of scrimmage.
Actually, the offsetting penalties make it first down and 11, and a botched play, and Earl just turns it right up the gut and manages to make something out of nothing.
Kenyon Earl did not have that play in mind. Trying to read the dive. Back did not take it. Earl kept it and got a little help.
Well, Kenyon's only tried to throw twice in this game. His first was complete. His second was woefully off target, picked off. And UTC has been having such great success on the ground, there's not much reason for him to go back upstairs.
Would not think they'd go in the air with it. Kenyon Earl, count at the line of scrimmage. And if he doesn't slip down, he's got something going outside.
Well, we have spoken about the conditions down there. The field getting awfully slippery. You can see the mud. This is man's football. Get down in the mud.
You got to have your feet under you.
That's tough.
See, if your feet are not under you, most of the time you'll go down. You lose the balance.
Well, Ellison certainly lost his balance, but this is man's football. This is the old Green Bay get in the mud. You know, like if this was Home Improvement, we'd be Tim Allen going, rah, 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 you know. Ellison to throw. Earl to throw, and he's got a man out in the flat, and it's complete for a first down and more as he hits DeMarco Kemp, the big tight end, into VMI territory, and so that a well-constructed play by the Mocs.
Marco Kemp, the big tight end, just runs a square out. Earl is able to set his feet and throw it on a rhythm. Gets it to Kemp, and the big fella dances past the chains. Tucker makes the stop. This big guy's impressive.
Yes, he is. He's a good-looking young player. And UTC goes to the first man through, and not a whole lot on this play. But after that opening drive, we spoke. VMI takes the opening drive, goes right down the field, takes up a bunch of time, 7.5 minutes, scores a touchdown. Somewhat demoralizing, but boy, ever since that point, it's been all Mocs.
Mo went from one back to the other, and he went in a hurry.
And we're not talking about the mascot either.
No, sir. Momentum.
UTC into VMI territory at the 44, where it's second and long. For Earl, he has two men wide out. But why not keep it on the ball on the ground with Ellison? But nowhere to go this time. Lots of red shirts, and Ellison will be dropped for a loss.
And that's what VMI wanted here this afternoon. They wanted that swarming defense, and they wanted 4 or 5 hats on the ball.
That's one of the first times, though, in a long time that VMI's been able to stretch it out.
That's exactly right.
This was an east-west run and not a north-south.
You string it out. And after a while, Ellison will run out of territory.
End up running 15 yards to lose one.
Right there from ground level. You can see Ellison. And right here, he doesn't want to take any prisoners. Nowhere.
Earl to throw on third down. Has protection. Has a man who slips and falls at about the 30. And again, the footing came into play there. As Bobby Akery couldn't keep his feet underneath him, and so UTC will be forced to kick the ball away.
And if Kelly Holbert doesn't slip, he drills Kenyon Earl right in the back. He goes down, and the receiver goes down.
So it works both ways. And UTC will punt it away.
Look out, there's 10 on the line of scrimmage.
VMI trying to send the people.
Return.
The punt by Allen is high, it is short, it will be fair caught at about the 20. And VMI will begin with the ball at that position. So, as we go along here, I would expect that the footing is going to get more difficult, but the sledding will get more fun too, because this will still be a wide open ball game. 10 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the half, and we'll be back to Lexington in just a moment.
Callahan Furniture Center, serving the Chattanooga area since 1946, proudly announces their new Highland Plaza location. Come to Callahan's, where you'll find over 400 different furniture lines, electronics from Magnavox and Zenith, and the largest selection of white Westinghouse appliances around. Financing available for up to 48 months, plus free delivery and convenient parking. Callahan Furniture Center, with 2 convenient locations, 5013 Rossville Boulevard and 3945 Hickson Pike in Highland Plaza.
Ed Sullivan knew great entertainment when he saw it.
One of the hottest rock groups in the entire country. Here they are with some of their record hits. I think you're yelling much better than
Great entertainment is back every week because Ed Sullivan is back.
On the sidelines, 10 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the first half in Lexington. 14-7, UTC and VMI with the ball. They moved it on their opening drive, but have been stopped dead in their tracks since. Scales. Ball comes free, and UTC UTC has pounced on it, and the Mocs will have their first big break of the game, it appears. No signal yet, but it looked from us and our angle up here that UTC does, in fact, have the football. The Mocs say they certainly do, and now we get the official word that, in fact, UTC has recovered the football at the 28-yard line.
Watch Scales coming right at you. Keeps the ball. Ducks back up inside. Ball is stripped away from the backside. Masterson, who else? Just strips the ball.
And Dwayne Bynum came up with the recovery, and the Mocs are back in business.
Masterson watching from the back. Just strips it away.
So 2 turnovers in this game, and the first one by UTC did not hurt because VMI was unable to capitalize, but that was deep in their own territory. But the Mocs get the ball on the 29-yard line and threatening to add to their lead in a big hurry.
You don't want to turn it over anyway on the field, but surely not down here. Reverse.
And he's got blockers out in front, and if not for a little bit of bad footing, that could have gone for a touchdown as well, and that was Rusty Wright, the big tight end.
I'll tell you what, Rusty Wright had wide open spaces. Kenyon Earl fakes the dive to Ellison.
He did have wide open spaces.
Now, where folks came from, I'm not real sure.
He had a convoy out in front of him.
Rusty Wright looked like he was going a long way.
It'll be second and very short. Wright came up just shy of the first down. And Earl Keeps now pitches to Ellison. He has a first down and more inside the 15. And the Mocs will be right in the red zone again. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area on this final Saturday, big Saturday of the season. A huge game, obviously, today in Greenville. The Citadel with the early lead on the Paladins. Also in the Southern Conference today, and we'll keep you abreast of these as we go along. Appalachian at home, leading Western Carolina, so the Mountaineers have drawn first blood. And Youngstown State, the defending national champions, on top of Georgia Southern early in that game. First man through, and it's Ellison down to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
And right now, up front, there's a big size advantage and weight advantage in the UT Mocs. They're winning the battle in the trenches.
And that's interesting because this team has lost practically its entire starting offensive line. Academic troubles took out a couple of players. Booker was gone. Boston was gone. Injuries have hurt, certainly. Chase Griffith, the center, has been out for the better part of the last half of the season. Woody, about the only true senior on that team. And again, a pitch out. It's Ellison. And a flag flies as Ellison gets down to about the 3. In that position, what's that flag usually, Coach, if you had to guess from here?
That would be of the large variety. It would be against UTC.
Like a holdout on the end?
Holder the one in the back.
Yes. It will, in fact, be a hold. Good call. So UTC, which had been inside the 5, will get pushed back because of the penalty.
Most of the time, a flanker. Here you can see the dive option. Ellison has the ball. Tries to cut back. On the top of your screen.
Must have been flagged on Acree.
Acree was the culprit. Dive option.
Holding on the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty. We will replay the down.
You can see it just at the corner of the screen.
So the Mocs will be pushed back to second down. And about 10 from the 14. So you can wipe out the gain by Ellison on first down. And now UTC will have to concoct something else.
Sprint.
Earl in big trouble. Has a man. The pass is there. But they're saying it's incomplete out in the flat. And the footing just keeps getting worse, doesn't it? It was Ellison it was intended for.
Kelly Holbert. The linebacker from VMI. You'll see him in Kenyon Earl's face. Watch Holbert here from the top of your screen. Right in his face. Forces him to underthrow the ball. Tough to come back for that one. That was a one-hopper.
Obviously, the official had a much better angle than we did because it appeared from our television replay that Ellison, in fact, had caught the ball. But it wouldn't really have mattered much. He would have been down at the 12, so we're splitting hairs on about a yard difference.
Big third down. VMI comes on the blitz.
A man over the middle, and it's knocked away at the last moment. No flag in the play, and so UTC will probably be forced to try a field goal as VMI has held the Mocs out of the end zone.
I'll tell you what, Tim Williams made an exceptional play from the quarterback position because he was man-to-man. A little throwback pattern.
It was a great play. It was timed perfectly. Otherwise, it might have been 6.
UTC looks like they'll attempt a field goal. Tim Williams has done a heck of a job here this afternoon for VMI. He has made 2 exceptional plays from the cornerback position.
Of course, that the footing situation is going to dramatically affect the kickers like Rodney Allen, simply because of that left foot plant. If it slips at all, you can forget about making a field goal. It'll be a 20, let's call it a 31-yard attempt for Allen. His kick is certainly long enough, and it is very good. I mean, he made that by 30 yards. And kicked it all the way back into the track. And so UTC capitalizes on the turnover by VMI, and we have 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first half, and the Mocs have built their biggest lead of the game. In Lexington, it's now 17-7 UTC, and we'll be back to Alumni Memorial in just a moment.
If you're searching for a cool, refreshing experience, if you're looking for the real thing, then you've come to the right place. Coca-Cola Classic. I see you got my message.
I see I'm not the only one.
When a food store promises low prices, it had better be ready to deliver. That's what Red Food does, all over this part of the country, straight from our warehouses to your Red Food store. Our volume buys and Red Food specials mean lower prices are coming to the big cities and to your hometown. Red Food delivers top quality freshness and a lower total food bill. So get to Red Food early. We'll be waiting with lower prices and only the best.
And once again, the drizzle comes to Alumni Memorial Stadium. But what's really raining right now is the UTC offense all over the VMI defense.
It's not really rain, John. It's liquid sunshine.
And deep for VMI, we have McMillan and Walker once again. Walker darn near broke the last kickoff. I wonder if Rodney Allen will try and keep it away from him, and indeed he does with a very short kick that will be taken in about the 16-yard line. And out to about the 25 and out of the 30. Goes Terry Batts. For the Mocs, 7 plays, 14 yards, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Boy, that's really a difference in those 2 touchdown drives, which have been so short in plays, long in yards, and short in time. Allen with a 31-yard field goal that he literally made, Coach, by 30 yards. He knocked that thing all the way to the scoreboard.
I think anything inside the 50 today, Coach Buddy Nix might get a little excited and want to go for it with a leg like he's got.
And once again, the rain starts to pick up. 1st and 10 for VMI on their own 30, and Scales calls his own number and gets outside across the 40. Slides out to about the 45, and a great piece of running by Tony Scales.
Such outstanding speed and quickness here. You see the quarterback, watch his backfield go away. And boy, you look at the movement by the linebackers. He keeps the ball. When you got 3 backs going one way and the quarterback keeps the ball, he makes a miss in the secondary.
Was that an outstanding athletic design play?
That was a design play. Just an exceptional play.
It's a
design play.
That looks like a broken play. And quickly, the Keydets out to the 45-yard line. And Scales again, and this time UTC bottles them up. It's going to get very difficult, I can guarantee, to read the Mocs numbers as they go along. Don Boroff certainly in on the hit on that one.
John, the greatest thing in the world that a Wishbone team has going for them, you get defenses really flowing and everybody going in the direction where the play starts. You start 3 backs one way and let the quarterback come away from them. That misdirection drives defenses absolutely crazy. The other thing is, it keeps them honest and it keeps them at home.
Well, there are 2 basic kinds of defenses against a Wishbone, are there not, Coach? Read and react is a type of defense where you just flow down the line and read the play. And the second is you attack over the linebackers. Same play. That's that little counter fake. Which is more effective against the Wishbone? If they determined, would you prefer to play read and react?
I think that really you've got to be you've got to make it as simple as you possibly can, because you've got to have a player on dive, you got to have a quarterback, you got to have somebody on quarterback, you got to have them pitch. And if you don't, it's a big play for the offense.
And the umbrellas are out. add a spice of color to Alumni Stadium. Buddy is going to weather the storm, I think, and at this point, he doesn't feel a whole lot of rain. His team is up by 10 points. Third down and about 5 from dead on midfield, and Scales will throw under heat. Has a man, and it's almost intercepted by, guess who? Masterson out in the flag. He tried to hit McMillan, but the pass was overthrown.
McMillan on a little crossing pattern coming out of the backfield. Ball just a tad overthrown. You see Scales trying to make it look run, sneaking it back across the field. Just a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, that's Jason Bryant, not Masterson, who almost had the interception.
McMillan wanted to run under it. Not quite enough air.
Southard will again punt this time. Ballard back on his own 12-yard line. High snap. Southard manages to get a handle on it.
Oh, he got it. He got it good.
Oh, and that ball dies, and it goes into the end zone. And for a second or so, it looked like it might die inside the 5. And so UTC will take over with a 10-point lead on its own 20-yard line. 5:51 to go. First half here in Lexington, and the Mocs trying to build on their lead. It's now 17-7 UTC, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.
Do you remember that story about the 3 bears? This was too big. That was too small. And finally, something fit just right. Like the new J30 from Infinity. Now that's my definition of luxury. It's a car you just slip right into. And live happily ever after. Infinity. Makes you want to take up driving again, doesn't it?
Did you know that more people in the Tennessee Valley get their local news from the Channel 3 Eyewitness News team than from any other TV station? It's true.
I'm John Fricky. If you're watching local news on another station, why not give Channel 3 a try and see why Eyewitness News is the one to watch?
Now, you can own the definitive documentary on the King, a production as hard driving as the man himself, Richard Petty, the legend. This limited edition 2-volume home video includes the official Petty collector's car. And if you order now, you'll receive this free commemorative poster. To order, call 1-800-547-4343 or send $38.95 plus $5 shipping and handling to Richard Petty, the legend, 805B Franklin Court, Marietta, Georgia, 30067.
In the rain, on the campus of Virginia Military Institute, UTC with a 10-point lead and the ball. First down and 10 on its own 20. And you know somebody's new to the game when they've got a white jersey on. No gain, and out of bounds as the Mocs tried to turn it upfield, and that was Toby Taylor, who got his first taste of action today. You can tell the guys that haven't played much, they still have white uniforms.
Little cross sweep. Toby Taylor with a clean white jersey tries to cut it back. You can see the ball pop out here. It's on the ground, but out of bounds.
Jerry Ellison getting a blow at this point in the first half. He has 112 yards rushing on only 9 carries. Of course, that 67-yard touchdown jaunt certainly pumped up that average. And the Mocs going with the new backfield. This is Brad Hill, who finds a hole to the left and has a first down and more. Brad Hill, another one of the freshmen for UT Chattanooga that has responded here in the last half of the season.
And I tell you what, it's amazing when you put fresh legs on the field, on this kind of field, what it does. Brad Hill, exceptional speed and quickness. 2 misses, enough for the first down, as he's knocked out of bounds.
Nothing I think Buddy Nix would like more at this point than to put together a nice long drive and run some clock here and go into the locker room with at least a 10-point lead. The pass in the flat complete to Sammy Hadley. And a gain of about 5. And on the sideline, Steve Dressler. Steve.
Barely here. Thanks, John. Well, the rain's coming down here a little more steadily, and most important, it's getting a bit colder, and that is bringing on freezing rain. Not a good situation. Let's go back up to you where it's dry.
Well,
not freezing up here.
We'll be out at it eventually, I can guarantee you. But for football conditions, like we spoke earlier, this is just good old-fashioned football. None of this dome stuff or fake grass. The ball's on the ground, and VMI will have it. Kenyon Earl. And Brad Hill results in a fumble, and VMI, the one thing that Buddy Nix certainly didn't want.
Little dive or veer action. Not a good exchange between the quarterback and the dive back. You can see nothing but red jerseys. Boy, that was a great look there.
And VMI will try and capitalize on its second turnover of the game as it has the ball inside UTC territory, and another exchange is fumbled, and UTC is going to get it right back. Just like that. It's going to be
They're going to blow this one down, Jack.
Oh, they are going to blow it down.
The officials blowing it dead.
So we stand corrected. It will remain VMI ball. Boy, it certainly looked like it popped out. Now they're going to say UTC does, in fact, have the ball.
I'll tell you what, that decision changed 3 different times.
Well, that's definitely a fumble. I mean, how can you blow it dead?
Quarterback in the game. Eric Reynolds. And here you're not really sure who has the football.
Well, he never even had it. And it was the new quarterback, and Reynolds had a problem with it. You know, I don't even know that he got a finger on the snap.
Did not get a hold of the handle, that's for sure.
So back-to-back fumbles, and UTC back to where it was before, on the 34-yard line. Earl with the pitch to Hill, who has no running room at all, and matter of fact, dropped for a loss of about 3, and great defense by the Keydets.
Toby Taylor, you try to run that toss sweep back into the boundary, which UTC has tried to do most of the afternoon. VMI will have the extra man to the wide side as we see a great shot of the VMI bench. Coach Shuck kneeling. Or you could understand why there's a lot of concern written all over this gentleman.
Third down and long for the Mocs, third and about a dozen.
And he counts at the line of scrimmage.
Looking for a man over the middle. It's Hall, and it's complete for a first down, and Derek Hall ran to the marker and got the first down on a good piece by a freshman to realize where that marker was, to go right to the marker. How many times do you see him come up short in that situation?
Quite often. Kenyon Earl, little half sprint, pumps. Williams makes the stop. Hall the reception. Enough to move the chains. Derek Hall.
So the Mocs get a first down on their own 46-yard line. And another missed exchange, and this time Earl falls on the ball.
Ball's got to be awfully slippery if he's supposed to be.
That's the third problem we've had with an exchange in the last 5 or 6 plays.
They're changing balls on every snap. But from up here, and I'm sure down there.
Well, as Steve Dresner said, you know, it's one thing if it's raining, and quite another if it's freezing rain.
Well, I'm looking at a few umbrellas here, and I guess maybe we're up high enough that it's not freezing yet. Watch the exchange here. That's just for the quarterback center exchange. That's all that is. And it's Ollie in free at the line of scrimmage.
And almost another problem. And the ball simply thrown away. A flag flies. That play never materialized as Kenyon Earl had another problem getting his hands on the football.
And he just threw a helicopter out there. We got to hold it on UTC.
And we'll see if the Keydets, in fact, accept the hold. Otherwise, they might be able to take the down. It would be third, and their options are third and 25, or third and 11, rather, or second and 25.
I believe they'll walk for this one.